everyone, and welcome back to the most magical podcast on the internet. We, the team, are so excited to talk about this new guide episode that we have for you. To be honest, it's one of my favorite places on Disney property, and spoiler alert, it's free entry. Yeah, where on Disney property is free entry? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned for the rest of the episode. So let's go on over.
What is up, Why We Disney fam? Welcome back to the Why We Disney podcast. My name is Kaycee, and as always, I am joined with my beautiful, stunning co-host, Kara.
Hi, guys.
We hope that you are having an amazing Wednesday. We are so excited to bring you another Guide to episode. You guys have been flipping over these, and we're so excited to bring them to you. So today, we're going to be talking about one of Kara and I's favorite experiences you could do in all of Disney property, and that is Disney Springs. Holy crap, there is so much to talk about with Disney Springs. I don't even know where to start, but we're going to attempt to talk about Disney Springs. There's just so much, right, Kara?
Yeah, it's literally its own little park.
It's its own little park. It truly is. So one thing about Disney Springs that's really cool is that it's open to everyone. So not just resort guests, not just if you're even going to the Disney parks. It's literally open to anyone. And it's made up of 120 acres. This is big, by the way, 120 acres and more than 150 venues. And just to put this into perspective for a second, so Magic Kingdom is around 142 acres. So Disney Springs is just slightly smaller than the Magic Kingdom. Crazy to put that into perspective, right?
Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
No, it's insane. Okay, so Disney Springs is full of shopping and dining and entertainment. Like I said, one of our favorite experiences you do not want to miss going to Disney Springs on any trip that you take down to Walt Disney World. So Disney Springs consists of 4 different neighborhoods, okay? The town center, the landing, the marketplace, and then lastly, the Westside. So let's break these down based on neighborhood. Kara, what are we starting off with?
Okay, so we have to start off with the town center, the hubbub, or the Main Street USA, if we must, of Disney Springs. And I just want to put a little disclaimer out there that Kaycee and I right now will only be highlighting some of the restaurants and shopping experiences that we recommend to all of you listening and watching, or that we would like to try personally. Right. This episode could be hours long if we just list like a menu everything that's available at Disney Springs, but we really just recommend that you utilize this episode and this experience and utilize going to Disney Springs, because you can legitimately try something new every time. Even if you go back to the restaurant you've already been, I'm telling you, they're going to have something new on the menu. So go ahead and listen to this little guide episode of literally one of the best places that you could visit in Central Florida. Now, as Kaycee described, we're going to go through all those different neighborhoods, the first one being the town center. For my friends that come off the bus, when you're taking the Disney transportation and you get to Disney Springs, this is you walking through and you go to the left. When you go through the tunnel and all that awesome stuff is in there. So, of course, we have Blaze Fire Pizza, which I personally have yet to try, and it's on my bucket list. We have Deluxe Burger, which is a quick service and counter service restaurant. Actually, Disney Parks blog recommends the Southern Burger if you have not already tried that. This is a place that's really great value and you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. We like to say that on the episode, and what are you going to get your most experience out of for your price range? So those two are really great places. Also over there in the town center, something personal to me is Chicken Guy and Planet Hollywood, which are right next to each other. They're personal to me because luckily I have been able to be hosted at both of these amazing venues. They're both, Chicken Guy's quick service. Planet Hollywood is your regular restaurant table service. And let me just say, if you're looking for, kind of something quick, sit down, more of like a Southern style, you want to go to Chicken Guy. All 22 of their sauces. I have tried legitimately all of them. I could give you my recommendations, and I'm sure we're going to put some stuff on our Instagram pages about what to try there. But if you're looking for something a little more down to earth, you want to try Chicken Guy. If you're feeling the bougie lifestyle, if you don't mind the price range, definitely hit up Planet Hollywood. When I'm saying they have boats for drinks, the milkshakes, they do bring all the boys to the yard. I mean, they have an appetizer wheel, a wheel of food. This is what I got in my experience there. So it was just amazing to, go there and see just this other side of Disney. It was like we were on Disney property, but like back in real life. It was really weird for a second, but you've got to try out those. Have you ever been to any of those four, Kaycee?
Yeah, so I love Blaze Pizza. It's one of my family's like all-time favorite places. I've never done the deluxe burger. Planet Hollywood, I've been in there, but I've never actually eaten their food. But okay, the appetizer wheel that you were talking about, I've seen that on your Instagram, and I'm looking at it like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. So I'm super down to trying Planet Hollywood. I think it's super cool that you were hosted by them and that, they thought enough of you to be able to give like an honest and open review. And I hear that their service is great too. I just hear like all around good things about Planet Hollywood.
And what's better than having a whole restaurant singing Sweet Caroline together?
Oh my God.
It's great. It's like a karaoke all at the same time. So it's amazing. Thank you again to Chicken Guy and Planet Hollywood, if by chance you're listening, for hosting me. And but that's not all. In Town Center, we also have Sprinklers, which is a quick service and counter service restaurant. They have this home style bakery section. They have homemade cupcakes, cookies, ice cream. How have I not tried this place yet? It's like all the little sweets galore. And then they also have another fine dining reservation only site, which would be that Wolfgang Puck and Bar and Grill. This is more of a California cuisine. So if you're you want a little more fine dining, isn't that like what SpongeBob says? Sorry, I'm getting, you know what I'm talking about? It's fine dining. I know it's an episode. If our teens are listening, they'll get it. But it's a little bit more of a nicer experience. So if you're looking for a reservation option, you can check out Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill.
That sounds good. I haven't ate dinner yet, Kara. I don't know about you, but I'm super hungry right now, and we've only been through the first section.
Yep, and that's just for the town center, and that's just the places that we're recommending that you check out. There's so much more there.
So much. Oh my gosh. So what are we moving on to? So we just did town center. Let's move on to the landing. So over here, we have what's called the Boathouse Restaurant. So this is a waterfront table service, really cool. Reservations are recommended, but people can occasionally walk up if it's not too busy that night. Kara, I know that you've seen this drink on Instagram, but it's called the Duck Duck Raz drink, but it's this beautiful blue drink with like a rubber ducky floating in it. I know you've seen it.
And I've always wanted to try it.
Me too. I've ate at the Boathouse as a restaurant, but it's super cool atmosphere. It's going to have some of your like fresh seafood favorites and also has a touch of American, a little bit of touch of steakhouse, but this is going to be a really cool option. And obviously reservations are recommended, but you can walk up if it's not a busy night, like maybe Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, right? We also, over in the landing, have Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. This is a table service. Reservations are recommended. And y'all, this is some of the best food I've had, like not just in Walt Disney World, but in my entire life. Chef Art Smith is 100% recommend. You absolutely have to go. This is going to be like your comfort food, like your feel good food, your fried foods. Here on the podcast, we're going to recommend that you try the brunch at Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. Kara, you've got to get over to this one. I mean,
on the list. On the list it goes.
100%. Okay, so next up we have Gideon's Bakehouse. Now this is a counter service bakery. This is one of when I say the hottest spots in Disney Springs right now, it is so true. Guys, you can't even like walk up and wait in line. Like you have to join a virtual queue to be able to eat at Gideon's Bakehouse or grab some of their cookies. Now, they have these beautiful half-pound homemade cookies, and each season they have like a limited edition cookie and a limited edition cake that they do that are absolutely phenomenal. They are first come, first serve. So if you're not in one of those big waves that come in at the beginning of the day, you might not get that. I want to tell a quick story about Gideon's real quick. So Gideon's closed at 8. My husband and I were like, let's go to Disney Springs. It was like 6:15. I was like, an hour and a half before they close, no question, we'll definitely get in there. So I walk up to Gideon's at 6:15, and they're like, oh, sorry, we're not taking any more people in the virtual queue. Like, we've maxed out for the day. We've reached capacity. And I'm thinking, it's an hour and a half before you people even close. Guys, keep this in mind if you plan on going to Gideon's. Like, those spots fill up super quick. It is a hot spot in Disney Springs right now. Kara, I can't wait to hear whenever you go try it. Seriously, it's so good.
It's been on my list. I really tried to go last July, but it just wasn't in the cards getting it over there. And you really got to time it right with the virtual wait list. And so I've just been living through other people's experiences. I'm actually going to add a card here on our YouTube that everyone can go and watch Cam Travels. I love seeing the different cookies, and they're so big, and the drinks look great. Ugh, I know it's a hot spot right now.
Hot spot. Cold brew is amazing. The podcast would highly recommend you try this one out. That's Gideon's Bakehouse. It's a counter service bakery in Disney Springs at the Landing. All right, next up, I feel like we can't have a podcast episode without talking about Joffrey's Coffee, Tea, and Co. Like, geez Louise. Okay, so this is a counter service. It's the coffee shop, basically, in Disney Springs. And all of those specialty drinks that we've talked about in the podcast, you know, you can only get them in certain places in the parks. Well, you can get all of those specialty drinks in this Joffrey's in Disney Springs at the Landing. So I would highly recommend this if you're, feeling a Lion's Latte and you're just not in Animal Kingdom that day, because it's the only other place you can get it. Go ahead and grab it at this Joffrey's at Disney Springs. Can't have a podcast episode and not mention Joffrey's. We just can't.
Do you mind if I also mention they probably right now have the 50th anniversary new flavors that are available?
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Gotta check those out. That obviously I haven't had those yet. So
yeah,
go grab those next. If you've tried all the ones in the park already, there's new ones. So go grab those next.
Gotta love me some Joffrey's. All right, so here up next, right, and I've heard actually a lot about this place. I've never been to it before, but it's the STK Orlando. So this is going to be a really fine dining table service, reservation only, so no walk-ups available. This is a modern steakhouse, so it's going to be white tablecloth, really fancy. This would be really cool for a date night if you want to drop the kids with someone and head over to Disney Springs and eat this. I think it's going to be really cool. All the food on their website look incredible. I've heard really great things about their cocktails and also their outdoor bar area. So that is STK Orlando in Disney Springs at the Landing. Oh, so much. Holy crap. So also over in the Landing, and the last thing that I'll mention here, which I'm really excited to talk about. So this is the Vivioli El Gelato. Okay, so if you know what gelato is, it's Italian ice cream. And this particular company is fascinating to read about. So it's a family-owned business, and they've been in business for 85 years. I don't know if there's many businesses that have been a thing for 85 years. Not only are they super authentic, they're all from Florence, Italy. They actually get their gelato shipped from their hometown where the family is based to Orlando for this specific gelato joint. Is this not the coolest thing?
I'm just thinking of the Italy pavilion and the gelato there and specifically the ice cream martini. But if you're not over there in Epcot, wow, what an opportunity for you to get something handmade.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. I just think it's so cool. I was reading about their story, and this like, I want to say this year or last year, it was the third generation of this family that has taken over this business. So it's just been passed down. I just think it's so cool. I love to hear people's stories. I love to hear about, their business and the background of it. And 85 years, I'm just amazed. That's miraculous.
And remember when people think that theme parks just have ice cream bars and pretzels, and nope, we're talking about fine dining, cuisine level,
authentic stuff, guys.
Yeah,
so cool. And free entry, Disney Springs. What are you doing? Come on. What are we talking about next, Kara?
Well, we're not done with the food, guys.
No.
In fact, we're going to the marketplace. That's going to be our next spot. So everyone loves a good churro. I am such the churro enthusiast. And no, the ones at Costco are not as good. The ones in Disney, stellar. Okay. So the first thing that we're talking about is the Sunshine Churro Cart. This cart is a Disney Springs staple. You can choose from a variety of flavors that you can't find anywhere else in Disney World, that you can only get specifically at this cart. There's apple, cinnamon, watermelon, salted caramel, fruity pebbles, Oreo, and legitimately so much more. Yeah, it's fun to get the original, but definitely try some other flavors. Watermelon churro, why not? You might be thinking, why? Because why not? I think that I want to say the Oreo one time that I went, and it was too good to pass up. Oh. And you're probably thinking, Kara, I just ate this fine dining. How do I have room for churros? There's always room for churros. If I could get that on a t-shirt, I would. There's always room.
We need to get t-shirts made. There's always room for churros. Always. Yes. Gosh, you're making me want one so bad right now. Apple cinnamon. Girl, we need to move on.
And so we've got to talk about this tucked away restaurant. And honestly, it's one of my personal favorites in Disney Springs. And I'm not just saying that because I was luckily hosted here. And I do want to say to our listeners, where's my microphone? Just because I'm hosted or sponsored does not mean I automatically like it. No. I give everyone on the podcast or on my Instagram the real deal, my true emotions on how I feel. And Earl of Sandwich is slept on. They are so good.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, especially when you go to Disney Springs on a travel day, it's you've had a long day, you just go to Disney Springs, you're exhausted, you just want some food. Honestly, they're titled the world's greatest hot sandwich. It's a quick and counter service restaurant, and they do not disappoint. The sandwiches are about $5 a piece. Soup is about $4 or $5, I think, and it was really good. And it just saddens me that it's all tucked away in the back, that people can't really find it because you got to get past Chicken Guy and the fine cuisines and the California grills and all this stuff. And then you can finally get to Earl of Sandwich. But if you need a more affordable option, especially if you have a huge family and you're not trying to spend too much, check out Earl of Sandwich.
I'm feeling that. I feel like every time I do see Earl of Sandwich, they're packed out all the time. So, man, I really want to try Earl of Sandwich. I don't know why I haven't yet. I'm so mad. I'm too busy going to Blaze. I need to go to Earl of Sandwich. Okay. I'm doing it.
Well, okay, so that's a quick service, and I want to talk about a table service over there in the marketplace. We have T-Rex Cafe. You just need to know that this is reservation only. Okay. The food, highly recommended. It's so immersive. If you have sons or daughters that really love, the dinosaur experience, maybe they like the dino ride like Kara does. This restaurant is going to really give you that wow factor. Guests are going to witness the rumblings of the meteor showers, and they're going to see the dinosaurs, and they're going to, I don't know. There's a big animatronic that's 15 feet tall. And so, it's all about that immersive experience, especially for the kids to just feel like they're there with the dinosaurs. And if you want, a little bit of entertainment with your food, this is a great place to go.
Absolutely. We went here with my family, and not only is the food incredible, but just the experience alone is worth every penny. Like it's insane. And depending on what room you get, highly recommend this one, guys. Seriously.
Now, next on the list, this is going to be our last one for the marketplace. I specifically haven't been here, but it's always been on my list, right? And I know I pass it every time to go to the pin store. I can just imagine that in my brain. This is the Ghirardelli Soda Fountain and Chocolate Shop. It is, again, a quick service restaurant, but it specializes, get this, in sundaes and ice cream flavors from around the world. I mean, if you're a chocolate lover, this place is going to be for you. You're going to be able to experience it. Like, I can't believe I haven't been there. As much as I love traveling the world and love Epcot and love everything, I haven't been there yet. But it's on my list, just like everything else.
I agree, man. I actually think this one has been on my list before, but we've just never made it over there. Gosh.
It's because I run out of money too quick in Disney Springs. I really do. And I'm like, I can't afford Ghirardelli chocolate now on top of all of this. Who do I think I am?
It's true. Guys, this is the struggle of Disney Springs, though. It's so much to choose from. Like, it's just insane. Let's go ahead and talk about the very last neighborhood as far as food, right? Because we haven't mentioned anything about shopping or entertainment yet. Holy mess. Let's talk about the West Side. Now, every time I hear like the West Side, I think it's like the fancy side, but it's not all that fancy over there. It's really cool spot, but it's not like all the high-end restaurants, okay? Want to talk about one in particular. It's the House of Blues restaurant and bar. We actually have one of these local to my hometown in South Carolina. It is a table service over at Disney Springs, and reservations are recommended. If you enjoy eating and drinking with live entertainment, this is going to be your spot. Every single time I walk by this place at Disney Springs, it is packed out. Like, people are having a dang good time over at the House of Blues restaurant and bar. I have one local to my hometown that I've been to, so it's not probably a place that I would run to. Kara, do you have a House of Blues in your area?
We have one that's like similar to that back in my parents' hometown in Pennsylvania, but it's nothing to the extent of House of Blues down in Orlando.
Yeah, sure. So if that is your thing, I will not be running to it, but this is going to be a really cool spot. Like I said, if you want to eat and drink in that live entertainment scene. And I believe they have a dance floor too, like super fun. So next up, we have the Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew. So this is actually a brand new quick service counter service, right? You're going to enjoy a homemade warm donut with a refreshing specialty cold brew. Guys, if you looked at the menu of this place, so many different flavors of cold brew, so many different kinds of donuts that I've never heard of. It's not like your basic donut. Like, it's all kinds of crazy, like fruity pebble this and salted, but like with bacon on top. Like, it is insane. These donuts are absolutely beautiful. And this is a brand new place in Disney Springs. It's opened recently within the last few months. So it's also going to be a really hot spot. I would recommend you getting there early. Maybe not walking in right before they close, because they also have a max capacity as well. So keep that in mind. Have you tried this place, Everglazed, yet?
No, I haven't. And it's hard because this one's for the influencers. It's kind of like Gideon's, it's brand new. It's all their stuff is quote unquote Instagrammable.
Yes.
They're all about the physique and the chicness of their coffees and donuts and making sure that it's in the right light and looks pretty in pictures. I'm sure it tastes great too, but the pictures look great. So I'm sold based off the marketing. Good job.
Yeah. Good job, Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew. Seriously. Yes. All right. So another place I want to talk about over on the West Side is the AMC Dine-In Theater. So your basic like popcorn and a Coke with your movie, not a thing in this place. So you get to order an actual gourmet full course meal, right, with your newest blockbuster movie that's up on the screen. I love this concept. I think it's really cool. I've personally never done a theater like this, but I hear that they are life-changing. Like, you'll never go to another regular theater again. Or that's what I hear. I don't know.
I'm sure of it.
All right, and next up we have Splitsville, which this is another one of my absolute favorite restaurants in Disney Springs. So it's a table service and a bowling alley. Reservations are recommended, but I have walked up and actually got in before. So some of the best food I've ever had in Disney Springs. Incredible. Everything on their menu is highly recommended. The atmosphere is really fun, and they do like their late night bowls where everything is like neon and like strobe lights and stuff like that. It's just a really fun, cool, chill atmosphere. And they don't just have bowling, they have pool tables, they have all kinds of other games that you can play, and also a really huge bar that's upstairs and downstairs. It's just really, really cool. Great atmosphere at Splitsville. And the service was great too. I would highly recommend this one. Kara, you haven't been to Splitsville yet, right?
Mm-mm.
Nope. It's another one that needs to go on the list, guys. There's just too much in Disney Springs, but we just talked about the food. Disney Springs is not just food, guys. It is so much more. We've got to talk about the shopping. We've got to talk about the entertainment. But before we do that, we're going to take a really quick ad break. So stay with us and we will be right back.
All right, everyone, we are back. We've talked all in the first segment about the food, but there's so much more than just food at Disney Springs. I know there's a lot of options for food, but there's also a lot of options for shopping. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm already spent, by the time I got my churros, my donuts, my cold brews, I've already spent so much money, but you need to save some for the shopping experiences. I don't know about you, but there's just something about Disney Springs that I'm like, oh, I don't have a budget. That doesn't exist anymore. Because, the first thing you do when you get to Disney Springs, so many people, especially for our Disney newbies, go right to World of Disney. Right. If you do not know what this is, literally, it's a world of Disney. It is a huge store, and on the inside you will find everything, all merchandise that you ever need. You've got your pins, your gifts, souvenirs, clothes, accessories, pins. Did I say pins? I don't know. Dog clothes, figurines, plushes, jewelry, your fine jewelry, your home decor. There's literally everything here that you could ever imagine. I would definitely say to restock your gift cards before you go to World of Disney, because you're going to find a lot of things. I just want to point out something that Kaycee is actually wearing. She has on one of the Disney Spirit jerseys. You can find just apparel just like that, all of your Spirit jerseys and all of those things that you're seeing on the Disney Parks Instagram, the Disney Parks blog. You're going to find all of that stuff available there. If you're looking for those tumblers, literally everything. I can't even think about all the things right now, especially right now with all the 50th merchandise.
Oh my God.
I'm just sure it's iridescent galore over there.
I'm sure. And you know what else I love about World of Disney is it's all like sectioned out beautifully, I feel like. So if you're looking for ears, like there's a whole wall full of ears and hats and all that stuff. If you're looking for masks, like they're all in the same area. If you're looking for just Halloween stuff, like their whole Halloween section is there. Like I'm loving how they've advertised it and put things out. It's so nice. I mean, you have to go to every section of the store, but if you only wanted to go to one section, you can pretty easily point out where that's at and head straight there. So, and I'm
trying to think, like physically for our listeners, like how big the store is. And I really can't even put into words how big it is. If you maybe put like all of the Hubgrass and all of the castle, like all of that section together, at least in Disney World, maybe that whole big section. But this is not your general, your hotel gift shop. Okay. Please don't think it's just a gift shop. It is legitimately so much more. And if there's something that you're missing, I'm sure a cast member there will be able to find it for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, so that's it. And of course, you're going to have all your Disney pins there, right? But if you're looking for a specific pin, there is actually the Disney Pin Traders store in Disney Springs, which is like the big place for all Disney pin fans, right? You're going to have your specific Mickey and Friends one, the resort ones that I like to get, parks, everything. Check out Disney Pin Traders if you're looking for a specific pin.
Yeah,
now,
and that's in the marketplace, right?
Yes, that's actually in the marketplace. Thank you.
Yep.
And something else in the marketplace is Bassin, right? This is the health, beauty, Disney themed everything. And personally, Kaycee, haven't walked foot in here.
Oh no.
Because I can't do it to myself. Like I go get my my dollar store bubble bath and I want to go get it so bad. They have these cute bath bombs and the body butters and the everything.
The scrubs. Oh my gosh, the Disney like Mickey Mouse scrubs that are incredible and smell amazing, smell like Disney things, like Flight of Passage and Soarin'. They're literally bath bombs that smell like these specific lands and specific rides in Disney World. I just think it's the coolest thing.
If you're looking for luxury, that is the store to go to. Me personally, I have to save my money for Spirit jerseys because they're a little hard to see. But if you're looking for, a way to treat yourself, go ahead over to Bassin. And it's just not like self-treating yourself, right? You can get the body butters or anything, but we all love some home decor. Right. Yeah. And a way that you can get that is at the Art of Disney, also in the marketplace. This is for your art, your collectibles, really anything of that nature. I'm telling you, the last time I went to Disney, I actually went into the store for the first time and wow, we're talking some nice stuff. Mm-hmm. It's really pretty, and I wanted to take everything home. It was a lot out of my price range, but it was really nice to see, what people are doing and taking, Disney cartoons to that next level of art.
Yeah,
really nice.
I will say the price tag on some of those pieces of artwork is a little up there for me, but if you're into that and really want to doll up like your office or your kid's bedroom, these are really rare, cool pieces that are just super cool. Yeah, I'm here for that.
Now, if you're not looking for anything Mickey Mouse related, right, you could check out the Superhero Headquarters or the Star Wars Galactic Outposts. This is for all your Avengers and Star Wars fans. They're going to have all the merchandise specifically at these stores for you. So go ahead and check those out as well. And that's not all, guys. We have a lot. Disney Springs has a lot of other, franchises that you might recognize: Anthropologie, Coach, Fabletics, Kate Spade, the Lego Store, Under Armour Outlet, Lululemon, Harley Davidson, Pandora, Sephora. I can't even name all of them. There's literally so much. So if you're looking for anything, it's probably there. Oh, Vera Bradley. We got to add that to the list.
Oh yeah,
Vera Bradley.
Like we said earlier, over 150 venues. It's like the mall of all malls. I don't know. It's the mall of all malls is what it is.
Yeah. And that's not it. We don't have just shopping, right? There's like some entertainment stuff.
Yes. So let's dive into the entertainment side of Disney Springs, which is really cool. And also something that we all kind of are drawn to, like at that nighttime scene where you just want to go out and have some fun, right? So Disney Springs is full of small stages for live music. So if you're walking around Disney Springs on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night, prepare for some really cool live music and from artists that you've never heard of. I just think it's really great. So in the marketplace, which we talked about earlier, so in the marketplace directly across from World of Disney, the Advent Health Waterside stage hosts live entertainment each night and most times during the day as well. So this is a huge open outdoor theater. This seating capacity is 350 plus, which is huge, guys. And it's all outdoor, so it's really cool. And if I want to put in this plug too, so if you are if you're headed to Disney Springs in the next few weeks or in the next month or so, and you want to see the schedule, go to disneysprings.com/entertainment and click on the tab for schedule. And you can see who is playing that night you're going. I remember when I was there 2 years ago, I was talking to the Joffrey's lady at the kiosk right there. in the marketplace, and she was telling me that Lauren Daigle was there 2 nights ago. And I'm like, wait, the Lauren Daigle, like the one that sells out stadiums? And she's like, yeah, she was here in Disney Springs for about 4 hours. And I'm like, wait, but Disney Springs is free. And she's like, yeah, Lauren Daigle was here. And I was like, what? 2 nights? No way. So very cool. And you can get some really hot artists that come out to Disney Springs too. So check that schedule for sure to see who is going to be there on your upcoming trip. How cool is that?
Yeah. I can't even put it into words. Sorry, that was like so nonchalant, but it's just like Disney Springs is it is like a mall because you don't have to pay to get in, and there's like just so many opportunities for food and entertainment and shopping, and it's not just your regular outdoors mall. Oh no.
I agree. I'm here for it. So in addition to the live entertainment, right, you also have some like rides and things that you can do, actual activities that you do. I want to talk about these. So the Aerophile balloon flight. So it's literally like a huge hot air balloon that goes up into the air. I want to give you prices and details on this. So it fits up to 25 people on this hot air balloon. So it's huge. And it's for adults, it's $25. And for children ages 3 to 9, it's $20. This is going to be a really cool experience, maybe taking a break from shopping or eating or whatever you're doing, maybe to kind of give the kids a little bit of a thrill. So this is going to be really fun. I can't remember. I think this is over near the boathouse. So I guess it would be near the landing, right? Yeah. Because the boathouse is in the landing. So it's on that side, I believe. Hopefully I'm right. All right, and then next up, which this is something I actually really want to try. So this is the Vintage Amphicar, and it's a 20-minute guided tour on the water on a vintage Amphicar. So this is a rare vehicle that can drive on land like a normal car, right, and also float on water like a boat. And it's this beautiful red vintage car, and I think it's the coolest thing. This is something that I would absolutely love to do. Keep in mind, it is a little pricey. It's $125 per car, and you can fit up to 3 to 4 people on the car. So if you're splitting that 4 ways, it probably wouldn't be that outrageous. But for my husband and I, $125 for a 20-minute boat ride. I don't know. And see if it's worth it for you and your family. I think it's a really, really cool feature, and you rarely ever get to see something like that. All right, next up. We have the Water View Park. So this is over at the landing as well. So enjoy live music and a DJ dance party at this scenic mini amphitheater, goodness gracious, overlooking the Lake Buena Vista, the lagoon, right? Every single night they have live music there, a live DJ up until 1 o'clock in the morning, every single night. So this is really cool. I've seen people like crowded in this little area over there. And I really think it's a really cool opportunity to showcase like local artists from the Orlando area. Apparently, I read a little bit about this. There's like this like lottery sign up sheet, and all these artists are like constantly joining in. And if you get picked, it's like a really big deal, and they showcase you for the very first time. I just think it's neat how they showcase people that are, you know, not quite in the industry yet. Isn't that cool?
Nice.
Yeah. I appreciate you bringing in the small people, Disney. Okay. Yeah. Lauren Daigle is great, but let's also recognize kind of our local talent as well.
Of course.
Very cool. And last but certainly not least, and not the only thing in Disney Springs, but like I said, we cannot mention it all. This podcast episode would be hours long. So last up, you have the Marketplace Train Express and the Carousel. So this is going to be really great for the kids if they're needing to take a break from your eating or your shopping. They can ride on this precious little train that goes around in circles, and you can take pictures of them and wave at them. It's adorable. Or they can take a ride on a mini carousel, which is always just the cutest thing. And it's really nice and lit up over there. It's going to be really fun and a cool break for the kids, in my opinion, because there's just so much. Like, we can't say it all, but we also can't say enough great things about Disney Springs. It is one of our favorite experiences on all of Disney property.
Yeah. And it's free to get in. I can't stop saying that. Because, you know, a lot of people, you know, want a rest day or like taking a whole day. That's something that I like to do. I do a resort / Disney Springs day.
Yeah.
and just either get breakfast at Topolino's and then go over to Disney Springs. And so we really recommend that you take time to explore this area. Do not forget it on your next trip. What we talked about today is some of our favorites and our recommendations, but you do not want to miss out on this opportunity to explore and see the shopping center of the Orlando area. And we want to hear what you do and what you like. So if you've made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you. Thank you for supporting us. In the comments below, go ahead and put hashtag Disney Springs so we know that you're a true fan and we know what you like about the Disney Springs area. Of course, thank you so much for watching and listening. Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias, Instagram, I almost said Twitter. We don't have that one yet. Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. That's the one I'm talking about. YouTube, all the things in between. We love hearing from you guys so much, and we love adding a little bit of magic to your day and hearing from you guys as well. So until next time, this is my amazing co-host, Kaycee.
Hi guys. Bye guys.
And we'll have a magical day. Bye.
Bye everyone.